Exactly a month after the tragic Karur Stampede tragedy where 41 people lost their lives and over 60 others were injured, actor and TVK chief Vijay will be meeting with the family members of the victims today. 50 rooms have been booked at a resort in Chennai where the meeting is going to take place. In moments from now, Vijay is likely to arrive at the venue. My colleague Dharani is tracking all the developments. Dharani, there has been a lot of criticism of TVK chief Vijay and the way he and his party conducted themselves after the Karur Stampede tragedy. A month after the tragedy that claimed more than 40 lives, Vijay has decided to meet the families of the victims face to face, but the meeting has been organized in the outskirts of Chennai. What more do we know?
Well, the Karur Stampede happened on the 27th of September. So exactly 1 month since the stampede, today TVK chief Vijay is expected to meet the families of the stampede victims. This meeting will happen at a private convention center in the outskirts of Chennai in Mahabalipuram. In fact, we are given to understand through sources that Vijay has left his residence and he is right now on the way to this private convention center. So remember earlier TVK had transferred rupees 20 lakh each to these families. So one day before Diwali, TVK had transferred rupees 20 lakh each to these families as monetary compensation for the Karur tragedy. And Vijay also spoke to these families over video calls. He spoke to these families, each of these families over a video call approximately for 3 to 5 minutes. This also happened a couple of weeks back. And today, since 1 month, since the stampede happened, today Vijay will be meeting these families in person. This meeting will happen in Mahabalipuram at a private convention center. Vijay is expected to express his deepest condolences for the Karur stampede, and he is also expected to share their grief, in this a tough time. Remember, 41 people there lost their lives in the Karur Stampede, and almost 37 to 38 families out of these 41 they have come to Chennai at the moment. So yesterday TVK facilitated their entire travel. All these families, they were taken from their respective place of residence to Chennai by omnibuses. 5 omnibuses were arranged by TVK for this particular commutation. So TVK arranged the entire logistics, and 50 rooms were booked at a private resort for these families to stay last night. So these families, they are right now in this private resort and at a private convention center now. The meeting is likely to take place in the next couple of hours. So definitely it's a huge development coming in from Tamil Nadu. Now it's been almost 1 month since Vijay has stepped out for anything. Like, he has not made any public appearance since the Karur Stampede. Vijay's election campaign is also yet to resume. So only after meeting the families of the Karur Stampede, Vijay will be resuming his election campaign. So now that this meeting is happening today, Vijay is expected to resume his campaign as soon as possible. Possibly the next week also it can happen, is what sources in TVK tell us. Politically talking, the TMK has been accusing Vijay of abandoning his own cadre. The TMK has been questioning why Vijay did not go to Karur to meet the families at their residence. But what TVK says on their part is that they've been trying to find appropriate venues in Karur itself. For almost 2 weeks they tried their best to find an appropriate venue in Karur itself. But they couldn't find appropriate venues, and they also faced some difficulties in getting police permissions there. That is why, in the last minute, in the 11th hour, TVK had to resort to the act of bringing these families all the way to Chennai and make them meet Vijay.
Okay. Politically speaking, you told us about how the war of words is breaking out, but let's also tell our viewers about the probe developments and what's expected in the courts today. The CBI has officially taken over the Karur Stampede probe. Today we are also expecting the Madras High Court will also hear cases related to the Karur Stampede. Get us up to speed with those developments as well, Dharani.
Well, the CBI, of course, has taken over the investigation of the Karur Stampede. So yesterday, the CBI has issued summons to top 2 TVK functionaries, that is TVK's General Secretary Anna Anand and TVK's Joint General Secretary CDR Nirmal Kumar. Both of them have received summons from the CBI. So this summon says that they should be appearing for questioning tomorrow. So tomorrow both TVK's General Secretary Anna Anand and Joint General Secretary CDR Nirmal Kumar, they will be appearing before the CBI for questioning in connection with the Karur Stampede. So this is definitely a big development because the CBI took over the investigation a couple of weeks back. CBI officials, they had gone to Karur. They met with the families of the victims. They also visited the Stampede location. They spoke to multiple eyewitnesses, and now they are issuing their first set of summons. And the first set of summons, they've been issued to two top functionaries of TVK, that is N. Anand and CTR Nirmal Kumar. So tomorrow they will be appearing before the CBI officials, and they'll be providing their side of the story. They'll be providing explanations from their side as to how this unfortunate tragedy unfolded on the 27th of September. And of course, as far as the Madras High Court hearings are concerned, in light of the Karur Stampede, several activists and politicians from different political parties, they filed a public interest litigations in the Madras High Court, seeking a standard operating procedure for political parties to conduct their campaigns. So these PILs, they say that all the political parties, it is not only for TVK, it applies to all the political parties. All of them should have a standard operating procedure for conducting road shows, public meetings, and and other sorts of campaigns. So this SOP should be formed by the government of Tamil Nadu. This is what the prayer is. And a division bench comprising of Chief Justice M.M. Srivastava and Arun Murugan, they will be taking up this plea for hearing today.
Thank you so much, Dharani, for getting us all those details. But